Hello, hello. This is Pat with Patriotic Papers. I am out in the Bluebird Bungalow, and as you can see, I have some little books. So this will be the third edition of the Little Books library. I think that's what I actually call them. These are patriotic. So we've got red, white-ish, and blue. Now, I know that some of you are not in the United States, so this may not ring that same bell for you because it is the season of our Independence Day. I don't know if season is the word. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, or our Independence Day. It is the day when, back in 1776, the Declaration of Independence was adopted and we broke with the UK, or Britain, or England. I'm sorry, I know, it can still be a little touchy, but we love the UK. We love our Britain connections. So anyway, on the 4th of July, or Independence Day here in the US, it is a day of celebrations, usually to the max. There are family gatherings, there are parades, there are firework displays, there are cookouts, there are, what else do we do? Oh, you know, lots of things. And it's usually hot, scorcher. But I wanted to celebrate that special day with a new digital kit. There are 5, let's see, I think, how do I want them? I think it was this way, this way, this way, this way, like that. So you see kind of reds and blues. Well, 5 turned out to not be enough little books, so there is a bonus book, and it is Freedom. And in it I have, not that you could read it ever, even if you had a magnifying glass. I'm sure it's too blurry, but this is the Declaration of Independence, and it was signed by representatives of each of the 13 colonies. John Hancock, it's always talked about how he was the first, I think he was the first signer, and he wrote his name very big. And I also have on the back, this is the Bill of Rights, and we the people, and it gives on paper what each person is entitled to do with freedom. So when we go into the next portion of this video, you won't see these pages, but these are in the kit also. So there is a I wanted to try to make it look parchment, so there's a parchment lined, and then here's the 2 documents. I have them front and back, but they could definitely be in the center, and there is the book cover. So I love these little books. I know that we're probably getting so many, you're going to have to build another shelf, and I'm going to grab my shelf in just a second. But this is what we will make today. And I did them a little different. I wanted to make them the traveler notebook style, where the pages are held in by elastic. And to do that, I wanted to have this spine a little stronger, so I did cut cardboard pieces that are sandwiched into that spine. On this one, I did sew those 2 in, but I did put one in the center here. and I'm going to, I think, put some pictures of the flag and different things in here, and I am going to spend some of the time tomorrow journaling on my feelings of freedom. And whether you're in the United States or anywhere in the world, if you experience freedom, there have been many lives that were sacrificed to give us freedom. So I hope as you look at these, even though if you're not in the United States, think about the freedoms that we enjoy. The fact that we can come on YouTube and broadcast what some might say are trivial things, but we are able to do it, and you have the freedom to watch it and to turn it off if you want. It's amazing. So I'm going to cut and then come back in, and we will make one of these, and I'll show you my process for putting in those elastics. Just wanted to show you, this is my shelf for the Little Books library. This is not all of them. There are more, but I had to kind of pull some out. I wanted you to see this. This is included in the playlist for the Little Books library. So watch for that if you want to create that. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that if you like what you see on my channel, you'll subscribe, give me a comment, let me know some of your feelings about freedom. I would love to see them in the comment section. Please take care and enjoy the tutorial. Now, let me introduce you to the Little Books library, the Patriotic edition. Now, this is the third edition of Little Books that I have in my Etsy shop. They are a digital kit. I also have several individual books that have been freebies, so I will link where you can purchase the kit, where you can get the freebies also. There's also a playlist for the Little Books library, and I will link that below. Lots of links, so always look below in the description. Click on the more, and it will give you all the information. Let me show you the digital kit. In the digital kit, there are 5 little books. This one is America and the Americans. I thought that was a fun vintage book. This is just a blue book. And we've got a red book, which is Peeping Pansy by the Queen of Romania. Common Sense in the Household. Okay, well, maybe back then they had common sense in the household. Not so much now. This is The Valley of Vision by Henry Van Dyke. Nice blue. There I have a page of kind of patriotic book plates that we can put in the front of our book. And we need signatures, so I've just got some very light blue options. There's a dot, kind of a marbled, lined, and kind of a chalky. There's also a plain blue that you will get also. All right, so now I want to make one. Now, you can go look at the other playlists. I do want to try something different today, and I am going to do it with America and the Americans. Now I am going to cut off the white, and as I do that, I would like to say thank you to all of you for watching, for those of you who comment, for the lovely things that I hear often. Also, if you are new to the channel, you can click the bell, subscribe, and you'll know whenever I'm out in the Bluebird Bungalow creating. Now, we are in July, and this year, which is 2024, I am doing Christmas in July. So today started the weekly freebie, and I'll link where you can check that out. And I will have a weekly freebie all of July. So they'll be on Tuesdays. There are 5 Tuesdays, so there'll be 5 freebies, and they will be, the freebie itself will be Christmas oriented, but you can utilize whatever paper you want. Okay, so I've cut off all the white. I am scoring down the spine, and sometimes it's exactly on, but usually I need to scoot it over a little bit, and then I'm going to score it down the middle here, right like that. Now, the way I want to bind this book today is a little bit different. I want to make it a traveler's notebook or traveler's style, which means there will be elastics holding in the signatures. And I'm looking around. I did have one. I've got this, so it'll be something like this, and then we can slide. This is not a signature, but we can slide our signatures in there like that. So because this is just it's just cardstock, it's not very, when we do double, it's pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough for the elastic. Now, I do see that I need to trim this. Actually, I'm going to trim it after I glue it. All right, but what I'm going to do, I started out doing this lightweight, repurposing this off of a box, but you can see it's not very sturdy. I think there's a grain. This is going with the grain that's easier to fold, so I'm not going to use that. I found this, and I'm pretty sure this is from the back of a notebook, but I want to put that on the inside of this spine. So I've cut it. It's 1 inch. I am going to put my glue on it. I want to make sure though that I can still fold. So I haven't done this before with this style of little books, so this will be a trial. And part of me is thinking this may not work because of the thickness. We're going to find out. And I want it on this side like that. And I can see already I made this longer. I will have to cut it with something that has some oomph to it. All right. So let's see what's going to happen when we try to fold this. I don't know. I think it might work. We'll have to do some trimming here, but so that I can use the elastic, and I've got, I think this is just 1, is it millimeter? I think it is, or a 1.0. There's no label on it. And my little hole punches won't fit into there. I am going to use a tool that I bought many years ago and spent, I'm ashamed to say, I spent $68.95. It's called a Japanese punch. I was looking the other day on Amazon. Well, they are not that price on Amazon. I don't remember. It seems like they were 15 or something, $15. I will look, and if I can find one, I will link it below because it's awesome. It is a punch that, let me see, what can I show you with? Let me grab. This is a very thick piece of chipboard, but it will, sure it will, when you have it tightened. So these are the little tips, and they fit down in, I think that might have been what I didn't do. They fit down in this, and then this tightens it on, if you tighten it on. Okay. It makes lovely holes wherever you want them. I don't know why I don't have this out more often. So I am going to do my holes. Let's see if we can do them straight. But this is an awesome little tool, especially if you enjoy making books and you like to sew in your signatures. We're not going to sew today, but this will make what we're going to do with the elastic very easy. And then all the little holes fall out down in through this, down in there. And then just store it away and don't forget about it. Okay, so now we have lovely holes. We're going to thread our elastic. And so I'm going to judge 2 and 3. I'm usually very generous. So let's see what we can do. And I have to think about this sometimes for just a bit. But we'll come, no, we don't want the elastic on the back side. Let's see if this is going to work. So we'll come down there. We'll go back up this way. Come across that way, and at one time I had this down to a fine art. I don't think I've got it down to a fine art recently, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this middle one a second elastic. Can I do it? Let's see if I can get 2 through there. If I pull that to the side. Oh, come on. Come on. We're going to use all to see if we can poke it through. Oh yeah, oh yeah, no, yeah. And I don't think my needle will work, because when this is folded over, it will be too thick, I think. It's even too thick to go in to my needle. Okay, we're not going to do that because of time. I am just going to come right down across the back. Because this will be hidden, it won't matter. So now I'm going to tighten them up and tie a square knot. So much for double elastic. Okay, come on. I feel like I am all thumbs today. All right. And tighten that up. All right. That knot could have been on the back, but we're gonna just keep it there. All right, here we go. We're gonna glue it. We are going to glue it. I'm going to put the glue on this side. Concentrate quite a bit on the spine. And I think part of what will make this successful is to not fold it immediately. You know, let that glue dry. Okay. So we may not have immediate satisfaction that way. So it's going to come down here. I'll use my bone folder. Concentrating on that edge there. And there, I see I need some trimming. All right. I'm going to pause the video for just a little bit and let this dry just a bit. I'm going to go trim this even, and I will get my signatures ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if we're dry enough to fold. So I am going to use my bone folder, and I think actually I will use my ruler fold up. And we're going to do same thing this way. And I'm thinking, see how I'm not folding this up? I'm hoping it won't pull that out of alignment, especially now since it's dry. Oh, it's a cute book. Now, let's put our book plate on. And I know if you are in Europe, in the UK, I've got a few more viewers at different places. Some in Australia, Cape Town, Africa. I know it's not Independence Day for you, but this might be a fun thing if you've ever visited the United States. I do need to do some distressing right along this back. Okay, so to put the signatures in, it's so easy. They just pop in like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could staple them so that when you take them out, they stay in a group. But this is great for a little notebook that you can write notes and then take it out and exchange out for different papers. So I'm going to just kind of limber that up a little. That does not look like I distressed a one there. All right. Well, there is a little book that we can put in to my little shelf, which is very full. In fact, I know there are some that are missing. So this will just slide in here. And if you're interested in knowing how I did this, I will link that below. Also, it will be in the playlist for the Little Books Library Edition. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll go grab your kit and make some little books. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you again later. Goodbye.